Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Game of Thrones. Last time on Game of Thrones, we had Oathkeeper. As a quick rundown of what happened, Daenerys took Meereen and pretty much crucified 163 of the Masters as punishment, really. I guess there's no other way to look at that. And it's kind of questionable, at least to Barristan. Let's see. Baelish was the one who orchestrated Joffrey's murder, but it was because he was kind of not ordered to, but he is in league with Olenna Tyrell. Brienne of Tarth left to go find Sansa and keep her safe, and she's going off with Pod. Jon is taking a Men of the Night's Watch to go raid Craster's and take down the traitors that are there. They ended up capturing Bran and the gang, and Summer is injured and is probably being held with Ghost. And the White Walkers, also Marjorie and Tommen. And that's pretty much that. Great explanation. Yeah, with that being said, this is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. Let's stick to this episode and previous episodes of Game of Thrones that I've reacted to. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into this episode of Game of Thrones. Here we go.
May the warrior grant him courage and protect him in these perilous times. May the smith grant him strength.
Oh, it's coronation time.
Heavy burden.
Wow. Hook like a charm. Girl, you better dodge. She's throwing daggers with her damn eyes.
Your Grace.
We may be faced with an alarming number of weddings soon. I won't even know what to call you. Sister?
Didn't she say don't do that?
Or mother?
Who told you to take their navy?
No one.
So why did you do it?
I heard you liked ships.
She does need ships.
How many ships?
93, Your Grace.
How many men can they carry?
9,300, not counting sailors.
Would that be
Jeez.
enough to take King's Landing?
Without the Unsullied to enforce your rule, the wise masters have retaken control of the city.
Damn it.
And in Astapor, the council you installed to rule over the city has been overthrown by a butcher named Cleon, who's declared himself his imperial majesty.
A butcher named Cleon?
Please leave me.
I like how Grey Worm's the first one out of there.
I will rule.
Ooh. Okay. Is there a plan to that? Meanwhile.
What wife would trust you the way I've trusted you? You gave me those drops and told me to pour them into John's wine, my husband's wine. When you told me to write a letter to Kat, telling her it was a Lannister.
You killed John Arryn? Peter, what are we doing here?
I'm going to scream when my husband makes love to me. I'm going to scream so loud you'll hear me clear across the narrow sea.
Well, she wasn't kidding. Oh my gosh.
When will the wedding take place?
Pounds, tons, ounces.
Doesn't matter, the answer's the same.
It can't be.
Our last working mine ran dry 3 years ago.
Oh shit.
Walder Frey,
Yeah.
Meryn Trant, Tywin Lannister, The Red Woman.
So many names.
Beric Dondarrion. Thoros of Myr. Ilan Payne.
Oh my god.
The Mountain.
Cut down on your
Shut up.
I can't sleep until I say the names.
The names of every fucking person in Westeros.
Where do you get the lemons? You can't grow them up here.
Oh, gods no. Petyr had 3 crates brought all the way from King's Landing. Knew you liked lemon cakes.
He's so kind.
Wow, in all of that trying to get Sansa out, he stole lemons?
Will you be without him? What have you let Petyr do with your body?
I don't know.
Your young, pretty body.
Nothing. I'm a virgin.
Don't lie to me.
All he says is that I'm a stupid little girl with stupid dreams who never learns, and I'm a terrible liar, so I should always tell the truth. I swear to you that he's never touched me, not once, not ever.
Alright. Backtrack.
All right. If you cannot protect the ones you love.
We can avenge them.
Yes, we can avenge them.
You really believe Tyrion murdered your son?
I know he did.
Oh, she's making the rounds on all the judges.
You don't hurt little girls in Dorne.
Everywhere in the world they hurt little girls.
Hmm. Yeah, but Dorne is so different. And at the very least, she's probably with the royal family.
Would you bring her a gift from me?
Whilst in Lord Tyrion's service, did you ever do anything remotely related to combat?
No.
I killed a man.
Did he? I don't remember that.
Who?
King's guard. He tried to kill Lord Tyrion at the Blackwater.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
At the hill. The great weirwood tree.
Huh. You can see it differently.
This isn't the end.
If you say
For
so.
you. Not yet.
Not for Bran. So only Bran will make it?
You'll know.
Uh-oh. Was he gonna be lit on fire? So does he basically just have future vision?
There were some hounds chained up inside. Closer we can get without the dogs sniffing us, the better. New moon tonight.
Were they hounds or were they giant effing wolves?
You move at sundown.
Alright.
I saw you die tonight.
Ooh.
I saw your body burn.
Ooh.
I saw the snow fall and bury your bones.
Damn. John? Oh shit, John's here!
The night's watch.
Oh my gosh, fighting! God, I could barely see though. What the?
Don't cripple blood.
Oh. He's gonna attack with Hodor! Can you make him talk with Hodor? Yell for Jon? Oh my gosh, Jon's a slayer! Oh! Damn!
Hodor.
Nice job, Hodor. Bran, Hodor.
Get his knife. Cut me loose.
Uh-oh.
If he sees you, he won't let you go north. He's my brother. And he wants to protect you. I'll take you back to Castle Black. You have to decide. Do you want to find the three-eyed raven?
Yeah, Jon might not let you go. Dang it, I want someone to meet up with Jon. Man. I don't know if this is a great idea, sword versus knives. I mean, just keep him at a distance. Jon does have more range. Ooh. God, he's still kicking, too. Come on, Jon. Oh! Nice shot. Crows. Oh! Never mind. It's just Ghost.
Here's another. Jon. Where is Seven Elves? Come here.
Ah. A man and his direwolf. Aww.
I missed you.
Your brother Crows beat us and worse. We'll find our own way.
Do you want to stay here? In Craster's Keep?
Burn it to the ground. And all the dead with it.
Oh, they're just gonna go on their own. Yeah, let's burn this down. The biggest fire the North has ever seen. Alright. That was that. Alright, guys. That was really fun. I really enjoyed that episode. A lot of stuff. Like I can't even describe it. Just like can't give like a broad description, but it's like, yeah, it was just good. So yeah. The first thing I wrote down was the coronation. So man, they really like it's interesting to see. Oh my gosh, 1 second. I'm sorry about this. Darby wants in now. Darby boy. Did you have to wait until I was starting? Wait, why did you chew on your bone? Alright? No. I'm not playing. Chew on your bone. I'm still working, Darby. Don't get into stuff. Okay, I'm back. Darby just happened to wake up right when I was starting the discussion. Yeah, you go lie down. Go chew on your bone or something. You don't need me to entertain you. Where was I? The coronation. So it's interesting that they have the coronation because we did not see the coronation of Joffrey, I don't believe. Or at least it wasn't this... I don't know. Like, after Robert's death, he just put on the crown and was on the Iron Throne. And that's when Ned came in to confront him. So... yeah, it's interesting that we actually saw a full coronation of Tommen, which is interesting. And also the fact that it happened so fast, because they say it's like, well, the future King Tommen, like they said that pretty much the last 2 episodes, you know, future King Tommen, and it's like, well, no, he's just the king. But you have to go through a coronation that we didn't show with Joffrey, so whatever. I wrote down Yunkai and Astapor. That is interesting that once Daenerys leaves those cities, it kind of falls back. So now the interesting thing is in Yunkai, the slave holders, basically the slavers, they basically just took back the city because the Unsullied weren't there anymore. which is interesting. So that pretty much, like, with that one, it's like, okay, well, nothing was really, like, basically nothing's changed then. Like, the Masters are back there again, and they're taking over Yunkai again and putting everyone back into slavery. So yeah, they are gonna have to do something about that. And maybe this is where it'll play into, like we talked about last episode, like, was it cruel of Daenerys to basically crucify those Masters at Meereen and those 163 Masters and basically crucify them? So it's like, was that cruel? And it's like, I bet you now they're going to play that up a bit. Like, no, she has to do this or else they're just going to come back and take over again, as evident by Yunkai. And in Astapor, it's interesting. So she set up a council in Astapor in order to govern in her stead, but it's been overthrown by a butcher named Cleon, which I swear to God, that's a real person. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I took a History of Ancient Greece class, and I'm pretty sure Cleon is a real person. Oh, I don't have my keyboard. I can't, like, look this up right now, but I'm pretty sure that, oh, but he wasn't a butcher, was he? No, he was, you know, actually, I have my laptop over here, because I don't, oh God. I don't record. I don't record videos on my laptop anymore, which I've been using for a long time now. Pretty much throughout all of 2018. Okay, whatever copyright claims. It's nothing serious. Don't worry about it. So, I'm pretty sure Cleon might have been a leather worker, but he was definitely prominent in ancient Greece. I remember learning that. So it makes me wonder, like, if we're actually going to meet Cleon at some point in Game of Thrones. Like, she's going to go back there and deal with him. But no, he wasn't an aristocrat, was he? Freaking Wikipedia. This better not be lying to me. I'm taking a chance on you, Wikipedia. Oh, you know what? I bet you I have it in my notes. I bet you I still have my notes from ancient Greece. I'm leaving all this in, by the way. I don't care. Yeah, I'll leave all this in. Who cares? Documents. God, this is taking forever to let this load. But I'm pretty sure, I think Cleon was like a leather worker who ended up like falling into power, basically. So that's interesting that they describe him. Basically, so a butcher overthrew her council. Now, they say specifically that he was a butcher, so why would Cleon want to do this? You know? Why would they want to do this? Because I don't know. Like, did he have slaves? Like, that could be my only thing, but maybe he just wants power. Maybe that's it. So, I don't know why you would want to mess with Daenerys, though. Yes, Cleon the Tanner. He was a leather worker. Cool, I got that right. Cool, I'm glad we did that little detour to figure that out. Alright, so yeah. So not the same, well, obviously not the same Cleon, but it's not the same, they're not similar, really. Well, they're kind of similar. They're like lower class, you know, peasants, basically, that now are in a position of power, so that's interesting. So yeah, it'll be cool to see where we go, like how, because she said, like, you know, I'm going to do what queens are supposed to do, rule, and it's like, what does that mean? So yeah, that'll be interesting to see how she takes back Yunkai and Astapor, but it sucks that this has to happen because it's so close She's right there on... She has all the ships she needs because the Second Sons took as many as they needed. And they have enough ships they could go take King's Landing, basically. So, yeah, that is interesting. But, yeah, alright. I wrote down Petyr / Jon Arryn. So, okay. So, first off, Lysa is in love with Petyr. Though Petyr, I don't know how much he's actually in love with her. I don't know. But, I mean, like, everything in this episode, it's just like, yeah, she's just as crazy as I remember. Like, from the first time we see her, it's like, yeah, she is insane. So, yeah. But, I don't know. But, it's okay. So, Baelish basically convinced her to kill Jon Arryn. God, I didn't think we would be reopening the case of Jon Arryn, basically. Like, I thought that was done, but no. They bring that back. So she actually poisoned Jon Arryn and killed him. That's weird. I don't even know, like, what to do with that. Like, because that's new information, but at the same time, it's like, well, does that change anything? Not really. So, yeah, it's like that. It's a very odd little bit of information that she was actually persuaded by Baelish to kill Jon Arryn. That's... Oh, God, Sorry, I accidentally flipped you guys off. It happens. Yeah. It's like, it's new information, but at the same time, that case is just done, because that was back in season 1, so it's like, yeah, I don't know. There's nothing I can really do with that information, which is weird, because it's Game of Thrones. There's always something you can do with information that's presented to you, but there's really nothing. What can I even, like, infer from that? What can I gain from knowing that she was the one that killed Jon Arryn? I don't know. But now I know, and knowing is half the battle. How many times can I use that clip? Anyway, I wrote down Tywin's debts. So that's interesting that he said 3 years ago their gold mine ran dry, basically. So they are basically on a budget now. The Lannisters are on a budget because they are running out of money and they can't replenish it. And not only that, but the crown is in debt to the Iron Bank. So it's not only that they're running out of money, but it's also that they, as the royal family, because apparently there's nothing, we've never seen anything really of House Baratheon. Although, how much is left? I mean, Robert wasn't really a spring chicken, when he was a king. So we can imagine that maybe his parents are dead. He was the Lord of House Baratheon. And, Renly's dead and Stannis is doing his own thing, pretty much, He's an enemy of the state, basically. So I guess... Plus, how much money would they actually have? House Baratheon is not known for its money, whereas Houses Tyrell and Lannister are. So I guess that's the thing, is that all the debt of the crown now falls on what's the remaining royal family, which is the Lannisters. So, yeah, so they have to pay it off, but they are running low on... Or they're not running low, but they don't have a way to replenish money now. So that is interesting now that that's mainly the reason why Tywin wants to get the Tyrells as an ally, because they need the Tyrells' money to pay the Iron Bank of Braavos. So that's interesting. I wrote down Lysa / Sansa. That scene, it's like... When it started, like, and they were just, like, reminiscing about Catelyn and stuff like that, I was just sitting here like, alright, how is this gonna go bad? This can't just be a good scene. How is it gonna get ruined? And sure enough, Lysa goes nuts. But at the same time, she does dial it back a little bit, because, she realizes, what she's doing to Sansa, and she dials it back, and she's like, okay, it's alright, it's whatever, let's just not talk about it. We're cool. So, yeah, interesting scene. I like that she pulled back. She stopped, berating Sansa for, what she thought. which, I mean, that's the thing, is it was the truth. We all know that Baelish loved Catelyn, and I get that Lysa hates that, but she can't take it out on Sansa. So yeah. I wrote Cersei / the judges. She is kind of making her rounds with the judges. Like, first she talked to Tywin about the stuff, and you know, they can't really discuss the trial, but she did say, like, I am doing, like, have you noticed she's not complaining about marrying Loras anymore? She probably still doesn't want to, but she is very much keeping quiet about her marriage to Loras, because she knows that she needs her father on her side in order to implicate Tyrion, basically. So yeah. We didn't get any of Tyrion in this episode, actually. Interesting. So yeah. So she definitely, like, showed how she is doing what she can for the family. Like, she's basically trying to play up. She's trying to play to her judge, basically. Like, you know, she's pointing out all these things of what she is doing for the good of the Lannister family, which Tywin deeply appreciates. So it's basically like a way of thinking, like, okay, maybe you should pick her side in that. And then the same thing happened with Oberyn, that she really played to his side in order to... And she didn't even bring up the trial. Well, okay, they talked about it a little bit, you know, because she said, like, yes, I do believe that Tyrion did this. So, yeah. But, yeah, so she's definitely playing the judges, and we'll see if that really pans out or not. I don't know. I wrote down Bran / Tree. That's interesting that... Okay, so now I finally understand Jojen's powers. Is that he can see the future, basically, as future vision. And he sees that Bran will get to the tree. That's his end. But he specifically says, you will get to the tree. You will find the three-eyed raven. He never says anything about them. And he even, like, you know, he looked at his hand and it was on fire to him. So it definitely, like, he can see his end. Hold on. Darby. Why'd you chew on your bone, Darby? I gotta wrap this up. Okay, so, yeah, so he can see his end will be with fire, and he can basically tell that his sister, and Hodor will not make it to the tree with Bran. I guess, although Hodor kind of has to be there because Bran can't walk there. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work out. I wrote down Beard because I didn't remember his name, but the guy that saved Bran, not really, but he said he knew that was Bran Stark, and he cut his leg, and he was gonna take him, and he even, like, you know, he stopped him from calling out to Jon. So he, for some reason, he didn't like Bran. He didn't like Bran. He must not like the Starks, I guess. But why? Why was that? Why? I don't remember. Was that established? Did I miss something? You guys may have to let me know, obviously without spoilers for future episodes. But let me know if I missed something with him, because I don't know. I don't get why he was so, like, mad and, you know, ready to kill Bran, basically. So maybe it was just to get a highborn lord, get a highborn lord and sell him, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. So yeah. And we really don't know, because Bran killed him as Hodor. And that did kind of seem to affect Hodor a little bit. Like he realized, like, oh my gosh, you know, what did I do that? Did I do that? So yeah. We'll see if that really affects Hodor, or if Bran continuing to do this will affect Hodor in the future. And then the last thing I wrote down was Jon versus Owen. Again, I don't know his name, but it's the same guy that plays Owen on Torchwood, so I just call him Owen. Whatever. Interesting fight. I do like that it was a bit different because, you know, obviously, you know, Owen had knives and Jon just had his sword. So it was definitely an interesting fight, and I like that, you know, Jon was able to beat him. But yeah, that was definitely interesting. And you'd think Jon would have an advantage with a sword because he's got more range. Just keep him at a distance, basically. But yeah. And then the girl going over and stabbing Owen, basically, to help Jon, to save Jon. And then just before he kills her, Jon just right through the back of his head, through his mouth. Like, ooh, that was gory, but that was amazing. I really like that. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wrote down. Another great episode, really fun, really enjoyed it. And yeah, with that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Game of Thrones reactions, you can click on the playlist. You can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.